Hello everybody, welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, broadcasting Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys Tournament 2023. We got the grand finals for you today. It's game 2 between Alaszun and WallKicks. WallKicks is up one game. If he wins this one, he takes the whole thing. Alaszun is fighting for survival here. Commentating for us, we have Tyler Salt and Adirondack Rick, and tracking is Iker. Say hello everybody.
Hello everybody. What's up, nerds?
Hello, everybody. We're here to
Rick,
have fun.
We are here to have fun. Crosskeys is fun, apparently. I know you said a tough one.
I have a counter argument to that, but people don't want to hear about my complaints from seeds that I just finished up. So we're here to talk about the finals. We are here to talk about two great runners here by way of WallKicks and Alaszun, and I think we'll have quite a heavy-hitting battle of how to route Crosskeys coming up here over the course of the next maybe 2.25 hours.
Yeah, if you make it to the finals of this tournament, you are an absolute bombshell Crosskeys player. This, I think it is fair to say that this is the hardest tournament in Rando. The bracket field is the smallest. There are a lot of people who play a lot of Crosskeys. Alaszun and WallKicks, both admins of the tournament, really like this mode. WallKicks, a former champion. And yeah, we're going to have some absolute banger Crosskeys for you today here on Zelda Speedruns as we are ready to get started in 3, 2.
Here we go. The fun has begun. And we start off with a heart container as both the runners are going to be starting at Link's house, making the way down south, and
the boomer start. Let's go.
Pretty much almost in sync, although Alaszun ruined that synchronicity by going a little too far off and now crashing the heads against the rocks. Rocks are hard.
An insurmountable lead for WallKicks.
Yeah, that's it. We're done. Pack it up. This tournament's over. Bye, everyone.
GG's. I like this start, but I know that it is out of favor nowadays. Okay, we see a small key there in Spec Rock. To tell you what, I'm following this right now, if it's me. I understand why they're not. That is definitely the meta play to kind of leave connectors early. But one of the reasons I like this start is because if this magic shop is a connector, you can follow it with basically no negative repercussions, which is really nice. But
and one of the biggest things is
it's a tough one. There's our uncle here.
One of the biggest things here is that you want to make sure your Spirit Ones are covered. Hey, look at this. We now have one arrow in our arsenal. Thank you. I mean, that'll help. That'll help.
And we are leaving, presumably to set up a Houlihan. That is the next usual step here with this opening. And yes, that is what we're doing. Is WallKicks going to get this last rupee? No, he's not. Insurmountable 5 rupee lead for Alaszun.
6 rupee.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He got a random
bush rupee. He got a bush rupee.
Yeah, he got a random 50-51.
All right, we're both of them headed to the right here after Houlihaning, as we see a dark...
That's a drop down. That's the Old Man Rescue.
How can you tell? I guess
I have WallKicks' audio open. I heard the drop down.
Okay. All right. That'll do it.
And unfortunately, he fell down a hole.
Oh, no.
Right, so Alaszun's going to be the first to the man.
Yeah, I like this play. This being right here next to Link's house. There's a lot of checks up on the mountain.
And in addition to that, you unlock a new starting point. In fact, 2 new starting points.
There's Sankheart from the old man early on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the things is obviously you don't have any weapons, so what you're listening for to make sure you know what cave you're going into is if you hear the drop down, then you know where you are. And these runners are so good at this mode.
Ooh,
Hey, bow, that's interesting, and
as we
back of
find
Turtle Rock too.
laser bridge here as well.
But
Yeah.
the one big thing.
Oh, nice hammer there on laser bridge.
Oh yeah, that's going to be good, but Alaszun's going to get that in just a moment. But when you're at this caliber, you know how to do that old man rescue both ways. The front way that people normally do in open modes and regular non-entrant shuffle modes, and the way of climbing that you saw these two runners do.
All right, Alaszun taking a death here. Not super punishing, but that is okay. Not much of any use out of laser bridge.
And chicken coop, so it was good that we got the bombs out of the escaped area, the secret passage, because that allows us to get the big key to Ice Palace.
One of those big keys that's always nice to have before you find Ice Palace, you know. That chest has hecked me a number of times.
It has hecked so many runners, and it will continue to heck so many runners. As we see a book, this is another dark cave. I do hear bats as he leaves, so that may be Death Mountain Descension or Old Man Back.
Well, does Old Man Back makes bat noises immediately?
I think it might be Death Mountain Descension, though. I'm more leaning towards Death Mountain Descension.
WallKicks not doing these bunny entrances here, and I think Alaszun's going to.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh boy!
Oh, hello! Gotta love the sync start in the Dark World.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, some of you may know I'm not the biggest fan of Pyramid Ledge, so I actually don't mind getting a sync start here. Because it means I can get this terrible check out of the way.
I am actually surprised that WallKicks did not pick up those 3 bombs.
Yeah, he's got 5.
You never know how fast those bombs are going to go in this mode.
That's true.
The last thing you want to do is find Hype Cave.
Right, yeah.
With 0 bombs in your arsenal.
All right, Alaszun showing us we find the brothers there. Oh, Spiral Cave. Ooh. We're gonna have to come back for that.
Definitely not in logic at this point. So Quarreling Brothers will take us back over here as well, looks like.
Yeah, Quarreling Brothers is our connector from Light World Hype Cave up to Floating Island.
Actually, the hookshot entrance.
Oh, was it? Okay, it was Hookshot Cave? Okay, yeah. Nothing of value down here on lower Dark Death Mountain, however.
You say nothing of value, but you could get a whole lot of value out of killing those or shooting those targets.
Nice old man, save and quit.
I love that location because there's nothing you can do with it. Absolutely nothing. And WallKicks is going to confirm what we are questioning here.
Yeah. Going to see where the back of the old man leads.
So we'll get that answer in just a moment on where that connects to.
Meanwhile, Alaszun heading up to Hyrule Castle to check Hyrule Castle main and the Uncle drop down. And yes, indeed, the old man save and quit is the back of that is here at Spec Rock Cave. So now WallKicks can check these.
Okay, what drop down did we just see over here at Hyrule Castle?
I was watching WallKicks. I don't know. But it was obviously nothing because we're out. So must have been Useless Fairy or Magic Bat.
Or something that we have to return to later, i.e. Ganon.
Potentially, yeah. I don't think it was that, but we'll see.
Right.
All right. WallKicks is taking this Spiral Cave connector. Do you get super money from dropping down here? You can open the...
Yes, you can, but he's not going to make it. Yeah, when that Moldorm popped up to the north, it made it so he was going to take 2 bops.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate.
That is really unfortunate right there. Yes, you can, because it works the same way as the Super Bunny drop down. It's connecting you to a new floor, so therefore you can open up that chest.
Yeah. Making it through there on a bunny is non-trivial, however.
And it's not in logic at this point.
Right. Well, the connector's in logic. Using it, the chest is not, but the connector is, isn't it?
I think there is logic that makes it so you have to be in Moon Pearl form because of all the bobs you take. I think somebody can correct me on that. Thank you, Structural Mike.
Yeah, I believe Mike for sure. Yeah,
I thought I had heard that you have to be able to fight against those enemies in order for that to be logical.
All right, there's our bonk rocks. So we see a key on Lake Hylia Island. WallKicks going to be our first runner over to the Kakariko Village area. Alaszun's putting that off a little bit longer. There's Mimic Cave. We do have the hammer.
Yeah, so it's
nice
incoherent.
Nice little fake flipper from Alaszun, too.
Yeah, nice. As we get a big key to Swamp Palace, yippee. So yeah, apparently according to Incoherent, because hard logic is awful and you would be guaranteed to take bops there, and Amazing Amphros did not want to write any logic. Flippers, that's a nice location for that. Speaking of what's going to get this item in logic later on, that Alaszun picked up those 3 bombs.
Yep, so in Crosskeys, obviously, you're going to need either the mirror or a connector there. Oh, hello, Spike Cave, right next to Mimic Cave. That's convenient.
Yeah, except for we don't have a glove and we don't have a invulnerability item. Yeah, we definitely don't have enough magic at this point either.
We'll be doing that later, for sure.
And there's Ice Palace. I'm going to shake my fist at Ice Palace, considering what happened to me a little bit ago. But again, that's neither here nor there. Waterfall Fairy gets us a whole bunch of nothing too, but
that's both useful fairies. I saw somebody in chat asking where the useless fairy or where the useful fairies were. They're Waterfall and Pyramid Fairy. We've seen both of them.
Over here, the bombable hut is TR left. Definitely a place you'll mark for later. Alaszun goes back in, realizes he's got the hammer. I've done that too in the past.
Yeah,
we have all done
so
that.
Used to early Mimic Cave. Well, that sucks. I'm not going to be able to do it. We have a hammer, so it's great.
It's also the muscle memory to it, Tyler. It's the I'm ready to push down. I don't need that. Oh, okay.
Nice half magic. That's pretty nice. Great fighting thing to find early.
Back of our left side desert, which only gets us 1 check at this stage. So you're going to do the entire village. You're going to go afterwards to see what maybe is your connectors via desert. If you choose not to go up into the Lost Woods.
I would expect the way that I tend to think about connectors is like, would I rather be where I am right now or somewhere else at random? You know,
I'd rather be somewhere else. Bye.
I'd rather be where they are right now. Here's the dam at Smith's, I believe.
Yep. It's always nice to find the dam before you travel to the south.
Mm-hmm. Alaszun thought about it.
Oh, yeah. Alaszun gave it a big, deep thought about going through, but at this stage, killing that pokey, I mean, you have the hammer, so it's doable. You have the arrows, which also will help out. It's just... you could wait just a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm going to wait until I have a sword, honestly, at the very least.
As we continue to curve around, the right guard collar is nothing over here. Let's see what Bottle Vendor gets us. More nothing. The Elder Connector.
And what's here at CAC? Well, drop down wise, there's our Ganon.
I got several PRNRG thoughts in my mind right now, but it doesn't attach to anything that we saw in Game 1 for this series.
Did Wally not drop down and get this key next to the dam? Because I was pretty sure there's a small key at Lumberjack, and we have
No, it was a piece of heart. It was a piece of heart at Lumberjack.
Oh, okay. All right. Alaszun didn't even didn't scout it. So I think is going to blind to pick it up here.
Yeah, Ikir, our tracker, making note of that.
Yeah, shout out to Ikir and also Tomotalk, who has joined us to help track as well. All right, we're in desert. We got a map on the torch.
Yeah, there's your confirmation of the piece of heart right there. So while we're here in desert, this is the only item that's obtainable to us, but the connectors are the other valuable thing that you're looking for. And blue mail, which is not something that you want to see in a Crosskeys entrance shuffle type of race early on.
Yeah, you might need to do a bunch of death warping before we find the mirror, and blue mail doubles your health effectively, and so it's a significant.
And we're locked.
Torch, yeah. A significant time sink there.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. We have seen, I think, the location of 2 small keys, but we haven't had access to them.
Yeah, there's one on Lake Hylia Island, for sure. Where was the other one?
That's what I'm trying to think. It may have just been the one.
Speck Rock Cave. Thank you.
Okay, right. Speck Rock Cave had the other one, which we saw the north side of.
All right. Magic Bat is our drop down at Hyrule Castle.
Which means we still have the well.
Mm-hmm.
We still have Useless Fairy, and we still have the Lost Woods drop down.
Yeah. So to be determined here at Forest Thief and Lumberjack and Sank.
And it looks like Alaszun is actually thinking about going north, so we'll get to find out at least which one we have freely available to us. Of course, the Sanctuary being where it is, we know we're going to see both of these drop downs at some point in time here in the light world.
Yep.
All right, Alaszun just blindly dropping in, knowing where Ganon is.
Ganon, so
there's the well.
And a glove. Ooh, this is really good for Alaszun. WallKicks, as we see, headed down to South Shore. Nice Moon Pearl, too. My philosophy in Crosskeys is to put off South Shore as long as possible, hoping to get a glove first. Because I hate orphaning those glove checks at Ice Rod Cave and like near in the desert entrance. So it's gonna be a nice little efficiency gain for Alaszun to have that glove before coming down here.
I do agree. Desert and Thieves Town are 5-6. As WallKicks found the bomb shop located at the Mini Moldorm Cave. And we get our first key to GT.
Our very first small key is one we don't really need.
Maybe.
Probably.
Likely, maybe is what I'll say for now. Ask me again in an hour 45.
Right.
So as you pointed out, having that glove is going to be good for Alaszun because WallKicks is going to be kind of orphaning this one cave here.
Yeah, the 80 rupee cave there. We saw Useless Fairy is behind Lumberjack, which is really nice because it means we don't need to do Act 1. Nice sword there in chest game at the Lumberjack house. So far, everything coming up Alaszun.
And Alaszun needs us, right?
Yeah. WallKicks took game 1, so Alaszun needs the win here in order to stay alive and force a game 3. There's Hype Cave, too.
Moderate hype. Information hype. Health hype. Information hype. And explosive hype.
That's a 0.5 out of 10 for helpful map info.
All right, so WallKicks is in the DM Descension Cave, because that's the only dark cave we have left on our arsenal.
That is true.
And look at this. I mean, this is the power of these runners.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know that I could do that without a sword. So we find Hyrule Castle main over here on East Death Mountain.
And it's going to be Useless Fairy located...
No, Useless Fairy was at Lumberjack.
Useless Fairy Lumberjack, so there's that drop down for Alaszun. There we go. We have all of our connectors now, or all of our drop downs. I didn't get to see because I think we were focused on WallKicks on what we had at the Lumberjack.
Yeah, so Back of Escape is behind GT, which we knew. Alaszun with his second splash delete already in the 20th minute. Gonna swing down here to Ice Rod Cave, some fancy routing here, using that Lost Woods Pond portal.
Yeah, I like this routing from Alaszun early on.
Yeah, especially with this glove. Oh, don't get crab raved. There you go.
Maybe he's just trying to strategically set up a death warp.
So this is interesting. So we see WallKicks going down to Zelda's cell.
That's it. We're done here, Tyler. So we just found Hotel Mario.
Oh, GG's. GG's. Game 3 tomorrow. Yeah, WallKicks coming down here and setting up a death warp. This is not in logic without the Hyrule Castle small key. And Back of Escape is behind GT. And so at this point now, WallKicks is committing himself to either doing the climb or finding the Hyrule Castle small key and walking through Dark Cross a second time to go to Back of Escape in order to get those checks.
And now with the Moon Pearl in hand, Alaszun's going to show us what's on the other side of that spiral cave.
Yeah, I like this. You've got the sword. You've got the Moon Pearl now. You know, you don't have the boots, but you know.
Mm-hmm. And if this is something that is either a major connector to one of our force outs, except for Desert Right, or if this is a major item, this is more that's going Alaszun's way since the WallKicks took that death.
Mm-hmm.
And survey says this turns out to be...
the Ice Rod. Wow.
We don't know if we need it yet, but it's a pretty
nice
decent item to have, and nice connector. It is not.
And WallKicks, I am not sure whether WallKicks got the Dark Cross item. Looks like
did.
Yes, he did. He marked it off. So yeah.
It's a piece of heart. The one thing I will say is that because this is a kind of a game that goes in many quarters, I guess, in 4 quarters. Hey, I guess now we know where the Elder goes.
Okay, so this is all in logic. And we're gonna go
now
check out those
WallKicks
Hyrule Castle connectors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So obviously, even though Alaszun may have an advantage early on in this race, this seed. The way the Crosskeys can change on a dime.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nothing... Alaszun doesn't... Aside from that Ice Rod, right? Alaszun doesn't have anything that's like super out of the way that WallKicks isn't going to get eventually, you know?
Right. It's just more the fact...
he hasn't found the boots or the flute or something that could help him build up a lead as we go.
Right. It's just more along the lines of Alaszun getting the items that helps him out a little more efficiently. Mm-hmm. The sword's going to help out. The glove is definitely helping him.
Yeah, the glove is the big difference, I think.
Yeah, because one of the biggest things that determines how well you do in Crosskeys is how well you are efficiently checking your spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Also, did we come out of Hyrule Castle at Eastern?
Yes, we did.
Which entrance? Was it the left or the right?
I believe that it was...
the right. Thank you, Ikir.
Yeah, thank you, Ikir.
I've learned that if you're trying to commentate this thing, it's easier to do it when you have a map.
All right, good. I will leave that to you, because I end up focusing too much on it and not paying enough attention to what I'm doing. So thank you for your service and your sacrifice running that tracker today. That's pretty cool. You know what? As magic shop locations go, Flute 5, not terrible.
Even better when you have a flute.
Well, yes. So hopefully we'll find that to make that easy.
But just exchanging a 2 for a 5, really, on the flute number.
Yep. All right, Alaszun walking back out of the desert area.
And WallKicks is going to go and show us what's on the other side of Spec Rock.
He sure is. This is Death Mountain Descent, right?
We saw this from this from WallKicks. It'll get him to Eastside Death Mountain.
Just don't get booped.
Or don't fall down a hole.
Yeah. I think
he's fine now.
He's fine now, yeah.
Oh, he's actually... WallKicks is checking this in reverse order. But he will, obviously... The unfortunate thing is that he's going to have to double back to get to Hype Cave.
Oh, yeah, because Hype Cave is... is glove locked, so he'll have to swing back that way.
Yeah, it's at the Death Mountain climb location.
Yeah, at least you're right here. You've already done the CAC checks, so
yeah.
It's not a huge walk back, but it is a little bit of a time loss compared to Alaszun.
Right, it's just more one of the differences here. Alaszun's able to check it right on the way. WallKicks would have to walk back. It's not a significant thing. It's just one of those things that will cost you a few seconds.
Yep.
Although if Alaszun takes a death, though...
All right, we're good.
If Alaszun takes a death, however, different story.
Yeah. There wasn't anything super important up here, I think.
It's just the annoying walk back.
Yeah.
And these red Tektites love to be right in the way and hop on top of you, but Alaszun gets through it.
Good resource usage there. I'm not sure I would have thought of getting the ice rod out.
There's two things I would have done there. I would have swung the sword, but that makes them hop. I would not have thought about doing the ice rod and shooting them with an arrow. Single arrow kills them.
Kills them, yeah. So that might have been the way to be. But ice rod works too.
That's how I would have done it, but then I would have complained about the small hitbox of the arrow and be like, why am I back to start?
Yeah, I think Alaszun is setting up a save scum of the...
He may still do it at the boomerang chest.
Yeah, I think he'll do it at the boomerang chest.
Which then that means he's not getting that pod small.
But, well, we probably don't need that.
Alright, and there's the key grabs continuing on, so we'll see what Alaszun chooses to do.
Yeah, we'll see whether he scums this. We can get back here pretty easily with the Impa connector, because that's just in CAC, right?
Yeah.
The Village Elder connector?
Yeah. Hey,
yes, ice rod strats. Let's go.
Guard giving a helping hand, and Alaszun's thinking.
And we're gonna
there's reset. There's a reset.
Yep. I think that's the right call with a pod small.
Yeah, the only question is when you're going to get the other pod smalls, but
we'll figure it out. We'll fix it in post. The fact the odds that you're going to need 5 or 6 pod smalls, relatively low.
Yeah, you're right. It's just, where are the other keys? Are they in kind of a nasty location? I mean, those of people who've been watching the league this week with the spoiler logs know that they can sometimes put those keys in really nasty, out of the way locations that make you have to be screaming, "Why is it going to make me have to do this and then this and then this and then this for pod 4?"
So the reason that Alaszun reset rather than saving and quitting out of Zelda's cell was to scum the Hyrule Castle small key, since Back of Escape is behind the GT climb. He wants to. There wasn't anything in the front of Escape that he really needed, and so he's gonna he reset in order to put the map room key back in the guard, so he can come back and get that key and use it to go to the Back of Escape without thereby obviating the need to kill Agatu.
Yeah, it's a whole lot less time to kill that guard and walk back than it is to climb the tower to get to behind Agatu. But that being said, we'll probably find the key in some nice, neat location. All right, our first real look at the Dark World coming here from WallKicks.
Through a portal, amazingly enough. Imagine natural Dark World access in Crosskeys.
Oh, yeah. Chat pointing out the fact that we're getting to see this saves coming right now.
Yeah, Alaszun went over to the eastern area and found Hyrule Castle right, and so may as well just take care of this right now.
That is true. All right, so WallKicks over here in the Dark World. You know what, Tyler Salt?
What, Rick?
We really haven't seen, outside of Ice Palace and the back of Turtle Rock, we haven't really seen a whole lot of dungeons yet.
Yeah, we saw Turtle Rock left, I think. But yeah, and Hyrule Castle, I guess, counts. Here's Spec Rock Middle, so we can get this key.
Let's just be the Hyrule Castle key.
That'd be so good.
And it is the Palace of Darkness.
All right, so that's 2 for Wally.
All right, so Alaszun right now is in Dark Cross. Gets that piece of heart.
Has a sword, so a little bit easier going than Wally had. This isn't that difficult to do without something, but sword certainly helps.
It helps show you where your position is.
Yep. All right, nothing super important here outside the pod key in Village of Outcasts, although here is Agate Tower at C-shaped house. Good job on the T-Rat.
2 items inside for WallKicks. One of them only we have access to right now.
Yeah. Nice hammer strat. Good. Just 10 arrows, though.
All right, here we go. Back 3 of Escape. This tells us a lot about this seed.
Early big moment here. We have a small key to Ganon's Tower, 3 bombs.
That's huge right there.
And 3 bombs. Yep. So unfortunately, not a big deal.
Right. But logically, that is huge.
Okay.
Because we got a GT small, that means we're going to get the Hyrule Castle key at some point.
It does, yeah. So we're going to get that at some point. Wally will, we'll see if Wally maybe makes it back there and checks those 3 with the boots. Pick up a little bit more time. But Alaszun really wanted, or if you're rooting for Alaszun, you really wanted something back there.
Yeah, you wanted a defining item through it. And, Crosskeys makes you take interesting paths to get to the Dark World.
Yeah.
That's the first connector that's gone, well, actually second technically, but that's the first one that took us to the mainland of the Dark World from the Light World.
Alaszun not interested in the pod area, though.
I mean, he's got the hammer and the glove at this point, and he's coming down here because he doesn't want to abandon and isolate Flute 5.
Right. Oh, hello, Thieves Town.
Thieves Town.
This was where was this? Was it the village fortune teller?
No, I think that this was located over at the Curiosity Shop.
Oh, Curiosity Shop. Yeah. Okay.
Because I think back at Skull Woods was located at the fortune teller.
Yes, that's right. All right.
Because now, as you remember, we have traditional Dark World access. So Alaszun's going to just be able to do this now, but he did not want to abandon Flute 5.
Yeah, that makes sense. We'll go here, we'll check the tree entrance first, then presumably come back and do Monkey House, and then finish at Pod.
Yep, because we already have Sanctuary as a starting location.
Mm-hmm. Ah, here's Mini Moldworm Cave.
One of our 5s, and we get Bombos in the big geek chest of Thieves Town.
Nice to have.
Potentially needed for Ice Palace.
Ooh, there's a hook shot.
Ice Palace small, a piece of heart, 50 rupees, and there's the lamp.
Always nice to have lamp. I love lamp.
All right, some of our question marks on this seat are starting to be filled in. How much do you like lamp?
I like lamp a fair amount. I'm no Scottish brave, but I do love lamp.
Congratulations to those two, by the way.
Yeah, GG's.
Eastern Palace has been located for Alaszun, and we are not seeing a Zelda EP.
Nope, we're diving. This is in a bit of a rough spot.
Where was this? This was
at Monkey House in Dark Saha.
What I normally call is Broccoli Man.
Broccoli Man. Oh yeah, I don't know where all those Dark World caves are when they're not shuffled.
So, I will say that this is like the third location that has been shared of the same location that it was in the pickup race that I just finished.
Oh, you really?
This, the Ganon location, and I think there's one more here. As we see Paradox, but unfortunately, without a mirror, there's nothing we can do about it right now.
Yeah, that was Paradox lower, so that is mirror lock to get into. But it means that we don't need to check that when we find Paradox Cave, which is nice because that's basically a one-way if you don't have the mirror. WallKicks headed into Skull Woods. We'll see if this is the end of Wally's route, so it doesn't really matter whether we whether it's a good Skull Woods or not.
Starting off to be a rough one here, but that depends on where this second location comes out. Nothing of importance so far in this Eastern.
We had a small key to Pod, so that's good. That's one for Alaszun.
Nothing significant here in this Eastern so far. I mean, you said what you said about the Pod key earlier, and obviously
skipping one is fine. Skipping two is a little monka.
Right.
You know,
this makes up for the key that Alaszun's never going to get.
And this looked to be a bad Skull Woods, I think, or at least I did not see where the other exit from Skull Woods was, if Wally even took it. Hey, there we go.
Well, we're gonna find out soon enough.
He didn't take it. Thank you, Ikir. As usual, trackers paying a little bit closer attention to every trackers. Each tracker is only watching Run Runner, so which is good. We're trying to watch both. So
and there's the save and quit.
No goods in Skull Woods thus far. And WallKicks headed to the Dark World. Has Bombos out for some reason. Alaszun's like, oh, back to... No, wait, never mind. Maybe thought about stealing the key and then decided against it?
Do you like seeing the key there?
I don't know. Honestly,
It's
I don't do it super I never think about doing it, and so I don't do it super often.
Right. I think it more depends on a lot of circumstances that we don't just know just yet.
Yeah, I feel like it's too early to think about that. All right, Wally getting his hook shot and lamp here in Mini Moldorm Cave. And Alaszun giving us our first look here to the Swamp Palace entrance. It is Graveyard Ledge. We just get a compass there. No enemizer, no compasses. And Alaszun, very upset, drops a single bomb. All right, 300 rupees here in Checkerboard Cave at Hype Cave. We'll pick that up. No reason not to. I mean, I guess if you think it's slow, but that's pretty fast. As WallKicks is headed up to the Vanilla Pod entrance, Alaszun is showing us some more Southern Deck. Oh, hello. Hello there, Ganon's Tower. We can do an awful lot of you with our hammer and hook shot.
All right, so where is GT?
This is at the bomb shop.
That's explosive.
Sure is. Only other thing, Rick, look behind the counter here. Rick had to step away for a second. Graveyard Ledge was at Swamp Palace, and Checkerboard Cave was at Hype Cave. Neither had anything of note.
Have we seen the Dark Fortune next to the Hylia Island?
No, I do not believe so.
Okay.
Here's our Swamp Small Key.
That's getting a little interesting because we are now just a mirror or a connector away from being able to beat Swamp when we find it.
We sure are. There's even more money for Alaszun. All right, Wally headed back to a connector here.
Ice Palace.
Oh, Ice Palace. Ah, this is full clearable. We even have the big key and a small key. I love an early Ice Palace play. No Kane, no problem.
Kane's probably just here.
Yeah, probably, right? That'd be a good find for Wally. If he finds Kane, he could potentially single dip GT Basement. The right side does logically require the Fire Rod.
Silvers!
Other bow. That's nice. Right side of GT does logically require the Fire Rod, but you can do it with a lamp. Rando Room has Ether, the big key of Thieves Town, our first shield, and 5 rupees. And we continue on. We do not have the GT big key yet, so Alaszun will be orphaning the GT big chest here. Mr. Ed strats there. I love that. Oops. Ah, yes, this is the final mainline competitive race, or at least the series is, in which Specky Clip is not legal. Ooh, there's a mirror in Bob's chest. Very nice time to find that.
That is a huge find. That is one key away from being logical, I guess.
I don't know that anybody's super concerned with GT small key logic, but
GT key logic hurts my head as much as Ice Palace key logic.
All right, nothing behind us. Ice Arm as Alaszun using his shiny new mirror to get out.
And that means he's going to be able to get the flippers.
He sure is. It probably means that, like, you hope that Wally then goes through this area in the same order. But yeah, having those flippers gonna be nice.
And this just allows Alaszun to be a little more efficient with the way that he's checking this at this point as we get ourselves the Hyrule Castle Small. We knew that had to be showing up some point.
Now those 6 bombs that we got in the back of Escaper and Logic, that's good.
And the GT Small.
And the pod small key in Zelda Cell, more importantly, is in Logic.
Okay, so there's another GT Small right there. So
yeah, we're fine.
Well, we're fine. We're fine.
This is all you need.
Yeah, I'm just more talking logically. So that now means that the mirror is in Logic.
Yes, it is.
So now the flippers are the next piece of this logic chain. So what are we going to get as a result of those flippers? Well, there's a key that you mentioned on Lake High the Island.
There sure is. Kind of brings Alaszun's route has kind of brought him away from that. So we'll probably be picking that up another time. I doubt he'll be walking back.
That's a trip you make when you start getting ready to do your other flipper checks, like your Zora.
Yeah.
As of now, we only know about 2 dungeons that we have to do. The seed has not fed us a lot of information, but these runners don't really look at the maps until they get deeper into the seed. Hookshot Cave over here at the left Quarreling Brothers.
We got our first bottle, a nice Master Sword. A compass. There we go. And another compass. But Master Sword's good.
And this is the end of the route here. Alaszun's taking this connector.
Yeah. You'd be coming out here and mirroring anyway. So.
All right, let's pay our attention over here to the right side. We got ourselves a spicy fighter sword cold stare fight here from WallKicks.
Got blue mail, 7 hearts, so touching a puff will do 3 hearts worth of damage. So he can afford 2 of those, as long as he doesn't get hit by an ice ball. Oh, there's one.
My goodness. All right, so we get ourselves over to TR Bridge by way of that...
oh, what a spicy pod location.
And pod at Mimic Cave. All right. WallKicks hovering towards the north to try to get some of those ice blocks to despawn. Oh, that was almost a very bad swing and a whiff right there from WallKicks. Does have blue mail, but we are now in danger zone.
Yep, we are in Oko from the cold stare puffs, and a lot of fight to go here. Doesn't have one of them down yet. Oh, there's
One's
one
down.
though. Once you get the first puff down, it is significantly comfier.
2.
There we go. There's 2.
Alaszun picked up the Meyer Big.
I thought that was a Meyer Small.
No, that's the Meyer Big that he got.
Okay. Oh no!
The swing and the miss.
Just a little bit too early there. That feels bad. And Wally, I think, making the right call to just, we'll come back and do that last and hope that there's nothing there that we need.
That is a really unfortunate death there for WallKicks.
It is.
Just I guess, wanted to finish off the fight right there, and that little bit, the hammer
yeah.
hitbox is just what it is, and he swung and missed.
He was just, I think it wasn't the hitbox, I think it was the timing. There's our Thiefstown Small. I think he was just a little bit too early.
Right, but either way, wrong Kane game. Either way, it was a swing and a miss.
It was. All right, so we got the Thiefstown Small key and the Meyer Big key out of the first couple checks in pod. Spike Cave now in Logic.
Yay. Okay, so it was on TR Bridge.
Yeah, it was a TR left, yeah.
I thought he immediately mirrored, but all right, so we do have well, I mean, it's still a fun way to get to pod.
Yeah, very, very fun, very stupid way to get to pod.
And Alaszun, let's see if he's thinking Spike Cave at this point.
Why not?
He's got the hammer out. He's doing Spike.
You're right here. This is one of those things that you always have to think specifically about to come back to when you find it early.
Hera's at that Dark Fortune.
Okay, all right. That's something that Alaszun could have known, but didn't.
Yeah, he'll get there when he goes to get that key.
Yes, yeah. Nice red boom usage by Wally. As we get Big Key to Eastern. So that's a nice find for Wally, who has not been into Eastern Palace yet. We'll be able to single dip that now.
And that's the direction he's going in, too. Top of Hyrule Castle coming up here for Alaszun. Gonna be able to check all 3 entrances.
Yeah, so now it is WallKicks with a little bit of the efficiency gain. We'll be able to do all of this here Eastern Palace in one go. It is a crystal.
Yeah, I was about to point out, it is a dungeon we need to do because of that C up on the top left.
Oh, hello, full clearable Swamp Palace. How are you? Oh, it's not full clearable for Alaszun, though. Alaszun does not have the Swamp Big Key. Yeah,
although our tracker has that big key marked.
Oh, maybe he does. I don't remember. Oh, it's marked now. Yeah, okay. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. Never mind. Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined.
This is fine. This is perfectly fine.
Everything's fine.
And shoutouts to doing Swamp Palace the way that everyone had done it for 5 years.
The way nature intended.
I'm sorry, 6 years.
Nice B strat in that room. I think more like 30 years, Rick.
I was talking randomizer years.
Well, yeah, but still.
Magic powder in the big chest of Eastern.
Ooh.
Oh gosh! All right, for YouTube viewers, me and Tyler just made the same joke in chat.
Nice, good. Glad to see that we're on the same page, Rick.
I mean, we have to be on the same page. We're in the commentary booth together.
Right.
All right.
It's a nice deboost there by Wally. That one gives me no end of trouble for no reason.
RNG. Hitboxes.
There are plenty. I mean, there are my own, being bad.
Being impatient.
Yeah.
Being bad.
Not hitting buttons at the right time.
Be just dropping out all of a sudden. Yeah. Here we go. Left side swamp. Here we go.
Any left side swamp enjoyers in chat?
Bug catching net.
The fillet.
And
20 bucks.
Left side swamp enjoyers. Sorry.
No, nothing critical, but you know what? I'm not going to complain about finding the bug net. Like I'm not really usually happy to find the bug net, but I am never sad to find it. Let's put it that way. It's got utility. I'd rather have it than not. Do I wish I had gotten more out of my left side swamp play? Yes, but at least it wasn't like 3 bombs and $20.
Just wait until you get that one seed in a Swordless Seed where bug catching net means, hey, I won.
I maintain that I would have won my Swordless Week match last year in League versus Danny Music if the bug net had showed up, because I had 2 extremely poor Hammer Agaphites. But
game said no.
Game said no.
Skullwood small inside the big chest of swamp. That's one of those dungeons that you get the small key to and you're like, yeah.
Always nice to find the first one, because then you don't have to worry about like what you did, like stealing keys and whatnot. Having that one small key in hand means that you can find, if you find the back before the front area, you can go back and kill them off.
Or it's also nice if you did find that front area, already had that key. Now you don't have to worry about that Gibdo.
Yep. All right, Wally, here in GT. There's a small key to TR. That's number 1. No cane yet for Wally, so not going to be able to pick up this stuff to the right. Whatever it is.
As we know, this is a very important dig for WallKicks. That mirror has become very important. In fact, that mirror is probably the OP item.
It is, and it is hard required this seed because of where Pod is. So.
And also for the fact that Swamp Palace is a crystal.
Well, Swamp Palace wasn't mirror locked, so.
Yeah, but the flippers were.
Oh, that's true. That's true. They were, because that connector was inaccessible from elsewhere. What did we find in Pod? We found a small key to TR, or small key to Thieves in Pod.
In the Meyer Big.
And the Meyer Big, yeah. And there is a crystal for Alaszun. His first. We are tied up, 1 apiece.
Game number 2 here of the grand finals. Best of 3 series. Game 3 will be tomorrow if it is needed.
WallKicks currently with that 1-game lead. All right, lots of info coming in here. Pendant Pod, green pendant TR. And then I saw a Crystal Ice and Crystal Skull Woods as well. We knew Crystal Skull Woods. Pendant Meyer, apparently, as well. So we have our full crystal and pendant knowledge.
Darn, doing that Meyer Big does not seem like a big deal anymore.
No, just 1 check. Well, 2, I guess, but you don't really want to go. Pendant Ice, Pendant Pod, Pendant TR. Oh, so Meyer is a crystal. Okay, that's what I thought I saw. All right.
Well, maybe in that case, WallKicks dying to Cold Stare isn't the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it is a pendant.
is a pendant, and it had the silvers, and maybe Alaszun stays out of there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dark Shopping Mall. For all the bargains you can find here. Including Anti-Hype, Sick Kid, sequestered at his lakefront home with a shield.
Best shield.
And the front of tavern, where you can get all of your shopping done and your holiday spirits as well.
Alaszun, unfortunately, had already been to Ice Rod Cave, so we've cleaned that area out. Doesn't mirror there, but we're making use of this portal a couple of times. We're going to go back and check Catfish, and then presumably head along the maybe. Well, I guess we might mirror to Zora from there. We haven't been up to Zora area yet.
I mean, he knows what's in the cave, with that being the other side of Spiral.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We have that.
And Dark Potion is nothing. But yeah, this is where you check Zora.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Absent the flute showing up, this is a pretty fast way to do it when you're going to Catfish anyway.
Again, it's about being efficient with your checks.
Yep.
Something that we made well mentioned of during the course of this seed already through the first hour. Did we not check Paradox?
No, I don't think Alaszun went back there.
Cave 45 with Paradox, and WallKicks is going to dive and get these 7 items.
That's interesting. I don't know why Alaszun didn't go back. Oh, I mean, I guess we found all the pod stuff. Maybe did he save and quit up from two Turtle Rock Smalls in Paradox 2. Those are Wally's first 2. And what else is here? A big key to TR. Another sword.
Oh, the TR stuff.
The big key to Skull Woods. And the flute.
That sounds like an actual plausible reason what chat was saying in regards to when Alaszun tried to go back through the Hookshot Cave. He had intended in going to Paradox, but got portaled out.
Yeah. Where was Paradox Bottom?
Paradox Bottom was located over at the Dark Lumbers.
Dark Lumberjack? Alright.
Where did the middle just spit him out?
At Checkerboard Cave.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about that cave now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bottom of Paradox, located at the Dark Lumberjacks. Alaszun will get there at some point.
Yeah, potentially even pretty soon. Taking the Impa connector back to Kakariko Village here. And
this is a dark world. Yep, this is a dark world here. And Alaszun's going to be able to finish off these town when he gets over here.
Sure is.
And
even full clear it. Amazingly, we've got the small key.
I'd also see Alaszun choose to sequence break Skull Woods.
Oh, that's true. The small Skullwood's back is over here as well. Yeah.
Yep.
I probably would. That bomb jump is not super difficult. Certainly, Alaszun knows it.
Most runners should at this stage in the competition.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
All you do, line yourself up against the wall and just walk to the right and let the bomb explode.
Don't get wall mastered.
And cry when you get wall mastered.
There is sword number 3 in Hookshot Cave for Wally. Yeah, yikes.
I agree with you on the whole... Alright, so let's see where WallKicks is thinking about going
Wally
now.
Did not follow that connector.
Yeah, that's going to be unfortunate because that's going to take him away from Pod for the time being.
But
But he wants to do Spike at this stage. Or no?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, dear.
This is all very interesting to me. I mean, yes. Oh dear. On the one hand, he's activating his flute. On the other hand, Wally is way better than this than me. So
okay,
and could just walk back down with the Oh, this makes a lot of sense actually. Yeah, he's activating the flute here. Then he might decide to he might be planning to walk right back down, go back in the portal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then follow that connector.
I was just worried that he was going to go back into Ice Palace at this point. That was what my major worry was.
Proving both of us wrong and is headed elsewhere.
Oh,
TR right. Oh, there's our fourth sword. Okay. With the TR big key, we can come through here.
I didn't even notice the Turtle Rock right was over here, so that was on me for that one. But you might as well, since you've got the big key.
Yep, you've got this one. You've already done Laser Bridge, so without the cane, this is our fastest way to Crystal Roller.
And this could very well be the cane.
Sure, it isn't.
It's not.
It could have been.
It could have been.
All right, Alaszun making his way back down here. Back to... Doing Dig Game? He didn't do Dig Game earlier. Okay. That's right, he didn't do Dig Game because he followed the hookshot cave connector and ended up on the TR bridge and lost his portal.
Okay, so this will allow Alaszun, by the way, to get to
Paradox Cave. Yeah.
Paradox Cave.
Oh, there's another pod small. All right. So that's 3 for Alaszun. 4. It will be 4 for WallKicks. A heart container in lava chest today. That's out of logic, Wally. Please be careful with that heart.
It's only out of logic by 1 key that we know of.
2 keys, right?
Well, the one that Alaszun has plus the 2 that...
Oh, plus the 2 that Wally has, yeah.
Because Alazun's about to get
the other 2 here.
Side keys here.
And the big key, yeah.
Convenient Skullwoods key.
All right, now we are headed back down to the portal for Wally. Or Spike? No, the portal. Okay.
Well, WallKicks doesn't have the invulnerability item. I just remembered that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so he's not doing Spike. He is going back for this connector. So this is good for Wally. If he had isolated this really hard, that would have been very bad. But now he will know where. Now he will know where Pod is.
Also, he will have 3 keys for this.
That's true. With 3 keys is unless you need something in Harmless Hellway or in the Vanilla Big Key chest, you only need 3 small keys to full clear the dungeon.
However, I'm more pointing that because that is something that Alaszun did not have when he went through Pod. He only had the 1. So he never got to the back.
He didn't get to the back. That's true. So Wally will be showing us some new info there. Gonna do this last. Gonna do Pod last before doing the other things here. Maybe you pull the big key. He won't, but maybe he would have. Alaszun gonna do Graveyard Ledge the mega slow way here, with no boots and no mitts.
By the way, have we only seen 2 of our forced exits? That's what my map is showing me.
Yeah, we saw King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge. Or not King's Tomb and Checkerboard. I guess that counts. Here's Saha. Green Pendant TR, which we knew.
And what I mean by force... Ooh. There's our Fire Rod.
That's pretty good.
What I mean by the force outs is like the desert ride, the TR bridge, the
things where you can't do anything else.
Well, no, they're the exits that have to be connected.
Oh! I see what you're saying. Yeah. So we've seen TR bridge.
We've seen TR bridge and the laser bridge exits. That's it.
Yeah.
So that means we've got 3 more connectors still.
Mm-hmm. Did we find TR main?
We have not.
Okay.
Which that could possibly be one of them. I don't think either runner's gone through Desert Right yet. They both
went through. I think they both went through main, and chat is saying that we did. I thought we had. We couldn't do anything there because no cane. Alaszun finding Thieves Town here. Going to be able to full clear this. Wally's going to have to double dip it. Because already did the front 4 without the big key. Or the small key, which he just picked up in pod. Ooh, Wally did the vanilla big key chest.
I think this is a pendant dungeon. Yeah. Might as well at this point. I'm gonna make the game force me to think about the keys.
Mm-hmm.
So far, nothing here in this Palace of Darkness that is above what Alaszun got earlier.
Still 2 more checks. Neither of these are in logic. They are both locked behind all 6 pod smalls. No adjustments needed. Nice hammer yump.
Oh, absolutely spectacular there for WallKicks. All right.
What do we got here in the dark maze? A Quake medallion. So that's all 3 of our medallions. Not as important here in Crosskeys, but still can be important. And a GT small. So Quake, the only even provisionally important thing here in the back of pod.
Yeah, and that's got a major asterisk attached to it.
Yep, which is that it is locked by all 6 pod smalls. Well, maybe a miss flute from Wally. We are going down to 4.
I think this might be for WallKicks. We're going up and checking what we have on the Light World side of right side Death Mountain.
Ah, good. And we can check Tower of Hera, too, with the mirror. Or the Tower of Hera entrance, I mean.
I don't think we're going to do that right away. We're just going to... Oh, we are going to do this right away. Yeah. Runners just don't care what I think. Nope. That's why they are in the finals and I'm sitting here commentating it.
Yeah, neither of us made brackets, so...
You just had to rub that in, didn't you?
Listen, I'm rubbing it in for myself, too. So.
I mean, we both gave it our all.
We sure did. We got a Desert's big key in the maiden cell and blind cell of Thieves Town. Nice
and a red goo was in the big chest. And let's go ahead and check to see what we have at the Ether tablet. Do we need that book for something?
I sure hope not.
Why?
I hate the book. All the book checks take so long, and it's always so trolly.
So you were born to lead, not read?
I love books. I don't love the Book of Medora. And there's a big difference. I think that's an important distinction.
Okay, I guess we're not going to see you at the Book of Medora section of the Barnes & Noble.
No.
So WallKicks here is in Spiral Cave. Just, this feels bad because the fact that WallKicks tried to do this as a Super Bunny and died.
Yes. But this was a nice way to route it in.
WallKicks doesn't know it, but this is going to give him the route to get to Zora.
That's true. That's true.
And thus, Tyler, WallKicks will get the cape. We haven't seen Bumper Cave yet.
No, we have not.
That's another one of the connectors that could be taking us somewhere we need to.
Where was Swamp Palace? That's a good question from chat.
Swamp Palace was located at the right side of the upper castle.
Okay, up on the top of Hyrule Castle. Nice. Alaszun taking his fire rod.
Okay, there's our TR.
There's TR main.
That enters that
Fairy Ascension top, yeah. I knew we had seen it. Alaszun saved and quick the old man and mirrored to get there, which is also what WallKicks did. Because that's the only way that you can. But no cane, no nothing in there.
All right, Hyrule Castle coming up here for WallKicks. We'll walk to the back and get disappointed with that GT Small, which will be GT4. Meanwhile, over here on your left, Alaszun's getting ready to face off against a bug. Only 2 spikes moved. One of them barely. Pretty solid fight, I'd say.
Yeah. There is crystal number 3 already for Alaszun.
And if Alaszun really wants to, could get crystal number 4 soonish. At this stage, he is choosing to go to Skullwood's back. But yeah, we do have the ability. It's not in Logic yet because we haven't seen the Desert Small, but we do have the ability to finish Desert.
We sure do. Where what that Desert North was
Pod.
It was in pod entrance. Yeah, that was in a. I remembered it was in a dumb place.
It was 110 rupees to get to the back of Desert.
Yeah.
Admission fee. But do you remember where the Eastern Big was?
You know what? I don't remember where the Eastern Big was.
It was in Hera. Okay, that's right. It was in Hera, which is located at the Dark Fortune. So
the Lake Hylia fortune teller?
Yeah, the Dark
Lake Hylia fortune teller? Yeah.
So if Alaszun does do that, my goodness, that could be 6 crystals already. Wait, yeah. All we need to do is find out where Misery Mire is.
This is a new check, I think. Oh boy.
My goodness, that is a new check.
Alaszun with the boots in the Skullwoods big chest. Skullwoods has the goods today.
And that is going to be an isolated check for WallKicks. He'll probably get it once he gets the Fire Rod, so he can check that back entrance. But yeah, that is a huge find for Alaszun. Everything's been coming up for Alaszun here in game number 2, and he needs it. to stay alive in this grand finals.
Yeah, this is a must-win for Alaszun. WallKicks winning game 1 last weekend.
And I think while we've got a moment here, I do think we need to at least take a moment here because we didn't do it at the hour mark. We want to make sure that we give the love to these runners. These runners, Alaszun and WallKicks. Be sure to give them a follow. Also, be sure to give our hardworking crew behind the scenes, Ikir and Tummelcheck, behind the scenes, clicking the buttons, making the things appear. Thank you for your work on this evening or afternoon, whatever it is to you. And Ricky of Kokiri also. Thank you for getting this on the air here on Zelda Speedruns. Game 2 of the Grand Finals. Adirondack Rick and Tyler Salt. How's it going? By the way, we found Meyer.
Welcome to Misery Mire, everybody.
And where was Misery Mire? Back of Skull?
Back of Skull, I think, which is pretty good for Alaszun as well. WallKicks has already been through there.
So when he finds Hera, when WallKicks finds Hera,
yeah,
we will be a Cane of Samaria away from Go Mode.
We sure will. There's our Hera Big Key in the Mire Spike chest. Alaszun Alaszun skipped Bridge Chest. Maybe hoping that he'll find Kane in here and can just get it on the way to Vidi.
I think at this point you do things in kind of a counterclockwise fashion.
Yeah, I suppose.
Check the cutscene, check all around, and then your final check will be.
He didn't have a small key, so he had to go get the spike room pot key anyway. So I was and he got the spike room chest. So I was surprised he didn't just run up and get the chest at the same time. But you can always finish from there.
You know what? You speak logic.
But I also don't mind, like, you've got the big key. You know, you're still looking for the cane. If the cane is here, right, then it's easy to just hook shot over to that chest before, like, on the way down to Vidi. So, you know, it's like a little mini hopeful routing there, perhaps. Optimistic routing.
Hope springs eternal here for Alaszun.
Alaszun, so far in control of this race. Found stuff in the right order so far.
More the ability to be efficient.
Yeah.
And it really started when Alaszun chose to go through the Lost Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Right after Kakariko Village. Allowed him to be efficient there. Allowed him to be a lot more efficient than what we've been seeing from WallKicks. And the other big thing was the death WallKicks took deep in ice on Cold Stare.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Again, it's dependent now. We know that now. But we'll see. Here's the map. Just well, it's red, but it's not the red we're looking for.
I've stated that line way too many times in these races.
That's why I said it for you.
Thank you. All right, here we go. The bridge chest.
Cane of Samaria. No, just a bottle.
Well, I mean, maybe you can smash your glass and mold it to a new Cane of Samaria.
Maybe.
But unfortunately, that's not going to work in this case.
Trinex is available to us.
No.
Yes. No. No cane.
If you hover to the Trinex, it may be available to you.
Like I said, available.
I've seen it done too.
Yep. I've never seen it done to Trinex, but I've seen Airy do it just casually in, like, Door Rando.
Yes. I'm sure Andy has done it more than just once. And also Trinex is a pendant, so you ain't hovering to Trinex. You're gonna let the Cane of Samaria show up at some point.
Yeah.
So there is the crystal for WallKicks, number 3 in the series. And WallKicks isn't that far off, but needs to get to the north side to get that fire rod off the back of Saha.
Uh-huh. Yeah, which is at Graveyard Ledge.
However, I think WallKicks taking a look at the map, seeing no new information.
No, we have our full knowledge
Right
here.
It's no new information to WallKicks.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Here is Bombos tablet, however. This is new.
Alright, so Alaszun's going to do the back of the desert, which is going to be unfortunate in the fact that he could have lumped that together with the finishing of Eastern, but I mean, you finished the dungeon, you can finish at this point.
Yeah, and with the flute, Eastern is now trivial to get back to. Oh, there's a big key
to GT.
The stupid book is required, I guess.
Oh, gosh. We can climb if we really wanted to. Would you climb?
Just looking, man, maybe. Yeah.
Your hesitation says enough to me, Tyler.
I mean, you know, like, I was there, like, literally yesterday when, if I had gone faster, or if I had climbed earlier, I would have, finished 30 minutes earlier, I mean, so it's just like, who the hell knows?
We have seen races all throughout this tournament that have come down to whether you climb or whether you don't climb. And I've seen races that are decided by the person who didn't climb, and I've seen races that have been decided by the person who has climbed. It's just, it's tough. You don't know.
You don't know.
But at this point, we are missing, as far as we know, one item. Now, it could be a fetch to get us to that item. It could be the mushroom. Or it could be the mitts getting us to a multi-item cave.
Yeah, we're still missing Blind's Hut, I believe.
Blind's Hut's missing. And have we seen Myers Shed?
Yes, I believe we have seen Myers Shed.
Okay, we have seen Myers Shed. But I know there's like a few other caves that we haven't seen yet.
That's true. Magic Bat. We haven't seen the Magic Bat.
Which we do have the ability to.
Yeah, we know where it is. We know where it is. In fact, Wally might check it right here. I think it's at Force Thief.
Alright, so WallKicks will soon go back here into the Skull Woods, loses the shield.
Oh, Magic Bat's a castle. Sorry, excuse me. Alaszun doing Donk Rocks here. There's the right-hand desert.
Imagine checking right side desert and getting locked out.
Here's Lonk Rocks. Also nothing.
Also, WallKicks is going to cheat his way to finishing off Skull Woods. I mean, you know it's a crystal, you might as well.
Quote, unquote. All right, here is Tower of Hera for Alaszun. Finally making his way over here. We'll be able to do everything in here except for the basement.
And the basement can be loosely attached to, like, we may never see that Hera Small.
Yeah.
Now, we know one thing, Hera Small cannot be in the basement.
No, it cannot. This is 100% locations, so small keys cannot lock themselves. And there's that big key of Eastern for Alaszun.
And for those who are watching along with the league, that's also going to be the mode that's coming up here in week 6.
That is correct. Nah, didn't get that fairy. That's too bad.
Yeah, that 1/2 heart makes all the difference.
I know, but I wanted cool...
Mushroom!
Oh, good. I wanted cool red boomerang tech. This is not go mode for Alaszun. We still need the cane to beat Misery Mire. Ganon is at Cackwell. But here we are at the just short of 90 minutes, and Alaszun's one item from go mode.
And about to finish off with crystal number 5, and now can finish off crystal number 6.
Yep. I would imagine he's going to do that now. He's more or less in the area.
Yeah. All you need to do is just hammer a few pegs and run all the way up to Eastern.
Wally is never going to get those boots.
Yeah.
Like, when do you go back there?
Yeah, he had the best opportunity to do so, and I thought he was actually going to do that when he went into the portal there, but... I mean, he hasn't gotten the fire rod yet either, so...
Oh, that's true. He's got to find Misery Mire. That's right, yeah.
But yeah, he's got to get the fire rod, and I think... the way that Alaszun is moving at this point, I would be... Nice spin speed there. Super punny cave. I forgot we haven't seen that. 2 items inside here.
Here's potentially... This almost has to be one of our forced exit connectors, I think. It could be to Mire. I'm not sure how. I don't... We don't have that many connectors left. There's Bumper Cave still out there. There's Castle Tower, too. Oh, just one, rather. Excuse me.
I don't think we've seen Fairy Ascension, have we?
No, that's correct.
There's one of our force outs. And this will allow Alaszun to check this desert entrance. We just saw that from WallKicks. And after this, flute to 5, trade in your mushroom, and then go into the portal to beat Eastern.
And pick up your mushroom prize. Yeah. Flirt to 2, turn in your mushroom.
That's
flute
right.
To 5, pick up the prize. Yeah.
I missed one step in there.
Yeah.
You have to turn the mushroom in.
You do.
You can't just turn the mushroom in at flute 5 and expect it to be there.
Just 3 bombs, though. Alaszun is going to pick up a potion. 2 potions, as a matter of fact. There's that big key to Desert Palace for Wally.
Here's a question for people, and this could actually be a question for a prediction question if somebody wanted to do that. Will we ever see the mitts? We may never need to go over to the Mire area.
I mean, you know, how many entrances do we have left? We're still looking for that cane, right? Upstairs GT seems very sus to me at this point, although Alaszun does not have the big key yet. Where was the GT big key?
Ooh, goodness. No, Bombo's tablet.
Bombo's tablet, okay. I think we will see the mitts, honestly.
All right, so we have 2 predictions going on. We have the chat and the bet. But if you want to do exclamation point bet with the amount that you want to choose, you can tell us where you believe the Canis of Maria is going to be. And GT Climb seems like a very good possibility. You know, the worst place it would be is actually the GT Big Chest.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
But also there's that channel point prediction for the mitts.
If you're Alaszun, right, you've got the fire rod, so you're not going to climb before going at least to Compass Room, and then knowing that knowing that you already went to Ice Armos and the big chest is orphaned, you're probably just going to continue on from Compass Room over to check it, I would think.
If you're Alaszun, you're never checking Compass Room.
Oh, that's true, because the cane can't be over there. Good point.
Yes.
Never mind. All that stuff's all that stuff is nonsense. WallKicks about to get his Fire Rod.
No need to talk to Saha because he already knows that the Turtle Rock is the green pendant. There's the Fire Rod. Now, if these locations start drying up for Alaszun, maybe he starts thinking about going into Ice Palace.
Yeah, that would be a good chunk of time back to WallKicks. Unless
Cane and Samaria turns out to be
there.
Yeah. Or mitts.
Or the mitts are there, yeah.
Those are the two big items that we're looking at this point, because mitts would open up all the locations that we've yet to see, plus the breadsmith chain. And there is still that possibility that, true, we could still be seeking it in pod. We didn't see all the chests.
That is true. That is true. We don't have the big key to
Magic bat!
Oh, big one.
When you're one item for go mode, you're seeking items.
Magic Bat has Piece of Heart. We love you too, Magic Bat.
A little bit of red.
Was it the red we were looking for, Rick?
It definitely was not the variety of red that we are looking for. Sick Kid! Well, apparently Sick Kid is not a fan of Lana B nor Scottish Brave.
No. I think we're going to find the mitts. I feel like we're running out of spots. We're running out of entrances, you know?
Are we running out of patience?
No.
Hope not.
All right,
Alright, this is going to be desert for WallKicks.
Yes, it will. Alaszun doing some TR stuff that Wally has already done. Not going to get, I don't think, anything. Yeah, nothing. Like it's like a full heart container in lava chest, I think, and a compass or something in chain chops. So nothing important here.
Yeah, we're getting absolutely nothing here. Nothing that moves this seat along.
So what entrances, I mean, you're running a tracker, Rick. What entrances do we have outstanding that nobody's been to?
At this point, it's any entrance that we don't have access to. Well, actually, there's one that we have access to.
And what is that?
Neither runner has pulled the trigger on it yet. Although WallKicks can't just yet. Pyramid Ferry bomb turn-in.
Yeah, that's true. Where was the bomb shop? I know.
Oh, right, Desert Big Chest.
Yeah. Still looking for that Cane of Samaria. Will we find it here in the Desert Big Chest? It would put Alaszun in go mode. Is it the Cane of Samaria? No, it is not. It's 3 bombs. We continue on. Our runner's in the same dungeon.
Just different sides on 2 different ends of the world. Oh, that's right. Alaszun has never gone through here.
Yeah.
My goodness. And Alaszun's about ready to get spat out at Bonk Rocks. Or not Bonk Rocks, King's Tomb.
At King's Tomb, yeah.
I mean, if you had the mitts at this point, you could just easily get to Bonk Rocks from there, but no, that's not going to work. All right, here's the Ice Rod or Ice Palace play.
Yeah, so, this is all nothing, although we don't know what's on Cold Stare because unfortunately Wally took a death to Cold Stare.
2 puffs dead.
Yeah, it was right at the end of the fight. It's unfortunate. And so that's really going to be the only thing in here that is going to help Alaszun.
Look what
Don't think there was anything else.
WallKicks is going to do Hera.
Gonna beat the top of Hera. Oh, we'll get silvers right here, which is nice.
And I think WallKicks afterwards might choose to do the Pyramid Bomb.
Is Bomb Shop right here? I asked you where it was and then immediately forgot what you said.
Mini Moldorm Cave.
Okay.
So you'd have to go back into the light world to get to it, but it's just more the fact that at this stage...
There's not much else, yeah. Wally.
Well, the only other entrance I'm wondering about is Bonk Rocks. Did Alaszun check?
Yeah, I don't think Alaszun has checked it. Presumably we'll do that right here after Ice Palace. We're pretty close.
Yeah, because at this point you're searching for an item. You're not searching for locations.
But we've got item caves outstanding. Blind's Hut in particular is outstanding.
Yeah, and that's 5 big items right there.
Ice Palace bomb jump in 1. Wally about to tie us up on crystals. This is not over by any stretch of the imagination.
I have to agree with you totally 100% on this one here. This race is not done and over with at this stage, but WallKicks still missing those boots is a pretty significant miss and still needs to get to Misery Mire. And when we talk about Pod, there's only one item that we haven't seen, Harmless Hellway.
We haven't seen the big chest either.
Well, we obviously can't get to the big chest.
We can't. Stage, but we also can't get to Harmless Hellway. We've used all of our keys.
Unless this is a pod key. But it's a TR key.
It's TR4. We knew that, though. I think Alaszun gave us that key already. Because he's already got all 4.
Yeah. Super Bunny coming up here for WallKicks. And remember, Alaszun can't do GT's climb yet. Hasn't gotten to Bombo's tablet.
That is true.
GT is the biggest wealth of items remaining to us.
Yeah, this could come down to who does the climb first, whether or not there's anything up there. Castle Tower 2 is available to us.
Right, because we found that when we only had 1 key.
Yeah.
Or no, we had
we found it when we had no keys, yeah.
1 keys, 0 keys. Alright, we flew to 8. We're going swimming. Back into the portal.
Twitch chat is being Twitch chat now and calling out all of the rude places that things can be.
I mean, having the mids at Castle Tower 2 would be reminiscent of the same race that I mentioned earlier. And gold sword, knockdown, easy find, and it's red, but it's not the red we are looking for.
All right, so pure time loss for Alaszun there, but not that much of it really. But did give back a bunch of time to Wally. But yeah, whatever Ped is dead, because Kane cannot be on Ped. Pain can be on Ped, but Kane cannot, and that's the only thing that we need. Alaszun, I think, about to get his GT Big Key here from Bombo's tablet. I think that has to be your next play. Honestly, like, I'm not sure. There's really not much else. There's Bonk Rocks for Alaszun, which I don't think that we've sacked.
Have we never checked the other end of this?
We saw this right away. Yeah, this could be a connector to the mire area, which could be pretty big.
It's not.
It is Light World Bumper Ledge, which isn't even the side that you want to find. All right, there's the GT Big Key for Alaszun. Wally gonna get his bombs from the Desert Palace big chest here.
And Alaszun's going back to pod. But he's going back into the Dark World first because Mirror Bonk.
Yeah, he can get to the back of pod. Yeah, he hasn't checked the back yet. So I don't blame him coming back for this. It is a bunch of items that he can get to. There is unfortunately nothing back here.
WallKicks get removed and now heading back over this direction as well.
Yeah, Alaszun didn't have enough keys when he came back here. And then Wally didn't check Harmless Hellway because he checked the big key chest instead.
And it's a really bad feeling if this turns out to be the Cane of Samaria. Let's see, what is it?
Ooh,
Desert
spicy.
Small.
That's spicy. That is also 6 pod key lock, so it's not super spicy.
I think it's super spicy at this point. It opens up 2 checks, and at this point, you don't care.
I mean, we're running out of stuff for sure.
Yeah. And I don't think anyone put a bet in for Desert Palace on that guessing game.
Yeah. Wally up here.
It's still open, so somebody could influence those odds.
Checking Magic Bat.
Oh, remember that?
I think it is. I think it's on the climb. Oh, that's right. Quake was back here.
And also the GT key here that will be 4 for Alaszun,
Oh,
which only tells us that
this is GT4. Yeah, you climb now immediately. That's GT4. We're going. You know, I know that's also 6 pod key locked, but
everything except for
it's your densest location left. I think you have to go now.
But everything except for Moldorm 2 was already in logic.
Is already in logic, yeah, but still. Maybe
Hey.
DP right first. It's faster.
I mean, you could bonk into the rocks and check that before you go into GT. They're right next to each other. Pyramid Bomb!
Oh, yeah, we are going to get this here for us.
Yep, Alaszun's checking the 2 on right side desert first. Here we go, friends.
We're getting down to it. We're going to find that cane before too long. There's not many more places for it to be.
But
Right-hand
WallKicks-
desert.
But WallKicks still needs to find
Still hasn't
Misery
found
Mire.
Misery Mire does have the fire rod now. Oh, good. Desert's a crystal.
All right, here we go. And if you're one of these runners, you do not want this to be
Oh, have we seen?
Yeah,
Have
well,
we seen this yet?
I think we've seen Hobo.
Alaszun did it early. Oh, that's right. Alaszun fake flippered to it. I remember. This feels like the moment here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's Big Bomb versus Ganon Tower Climb. Which one is gonna have the most important thing to find?
Yep, we feel like we're getting into that position here where something's going to be found.
Yeah, something's got to give here. There's just not many more places there that it can be.
Alrighty, what do we have here at Pyramid Ferry? The answer: Ice Rod Cave. It is an item.
Could it be?
The item?
Nope.
It's not.
It's not.
Tyler, you can say the line.
It's red. It's not the red we're looking for.
Bingo.
So more than certain, Alaszun's on the path. I think both runners are seeing red. Just to take a comment here to what Tomotech is saying, both runners at this point are seeing deep red.
How
deep is this thing?
while he's about to get his boots and be really sad about it.
Yeah, you definitely feel sad about this.
Nice ether. Let's go.
And it was just the order of operations.
Yep.
And he'll also find Meyer and full clear that.
Mm-hmm.
Except for, obviously, Vitreous, because we can't do Vitreous. Alaszun needs us to stay alive. Game 3 would be tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, depending on what it is to you.
Same time.
Right here on Zelda Speedruns. WallKicks win would end this tournament. 4 months in the making.
God, has it been 4 months? Oh my God.
It has. The weather was nice and warm. Big key to Dark Palace!
Oh no, and the mirror shield. So Kane could now, those are also 6 pod key locked, but so is this. Well, this isn't.
This right here is in logic. It's the red rupee. Okay, friends.
Is this it?
Moldorm 2 is
vanilla
red, but not the red we are looking for. And now we got to take the long jog to the big chest.
Do you like doing it this way? Doing big chest second and the climb first?
It's like it's 4 versus 1.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's really tough.
It is tough. Because, like, this takes a long time to get to, but it doesn't take as long. It takes less time than the climb, you know?
Well, if you keep getting boxed around by the spikes, it takes a little bit longer.
Incoherent making a good point in chat. We know that Aga 2 is nothing. We know there's nothing behind Aga 2. So you climb first. Because you know you don't need to beat it, right? And so you can come back and do the big chest.
And you're also fighting
the big chest first.
And also at this point, you are fighting your nerves.
Sure.
And I feel like at this point, unless we missed something, and there is still a possibility that we have missed something.
Castle Tower 2 is still out there. We haven't checked that yet. Now we have that pod big key, which lets us do the pod big chest. Alaszun both of our runners would need to find a 4th. Oh, so Wally has a 4th pod small.
Yeah, he finally did the digging game.
Yeah, so Alaszun will need. Alaszun would need another pod small.
Here we go.
Just a bottle.
It is no. Not the answer.
Castle Tower 2, anybody? I think at this point you go to Pod. Well, the Pod Small for Alaszun is in Zelda Cell. That's right.
No,
I think you go to...
Tyler?
I think you go to Castle Tower first.
Yeah, you do
Yes.
Castle Tower because it's on the way. You
Where's
flew to
Castle
3.
Tower?
You flew to 3. You do Castle Tower, which is located at the Sea House.
Oh, Sea House. Okay.
And then you go into
And then you come
the
south
portal.
and do... Yeah. Or instead of Flute 3, you just go follow a connector that almost brings you there anyway. And do bonk rocks.
Yes, the bonk rocks that we
Casual.
haven't seen yet.
Casual 1 hour and 53-minute bonk rocks check.
And it turned out to be nothing. Okay, so let's get into the Agate Tower here. Flute 3, go into the Dark World, get the Agate Tower check, and then go into Pod.
Yep.
And somewhere the logic pieces will make this all be sensible to us. I think. Maybe. Hell, I don't even know anymore, Tyler.
Yeah, there's not very much left. Ooh, there's Hera Basement. Alaszun seems to have the small key to Tower of Hera now.
Why do you speak such filth?
Listen. Chat said it first. In fact, it was our tracker. So why would you say that to Ike here, our wonderful tracker? You can badmouth me as long as you want.
Because we are an hour 55 in. Why would you say that, Phil?
Oh, and they're the mitts!
PRNG.
Well, now there's a lot of stuff that we can do. Oh, what a good video game.
Remember when WallKicks in the Race Seekers channel on the TARC was saying how he didn't want to have seed bleed between the two seeds if he had played that pickup race earlier?
Oh, is that where you had the mitts?
And the mitts were in that chest.
Small key to Misery Mire.
I mean, Smirk knows what I'm talking about. Incoherent knows what I'm talking about. Those who are in chat right this moment.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in that race earlier, huh? It's cool.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid race. Never mind where I finished.
Well, we don't need to get into that.
Yeah, well, there's enough salt.
I got all the salt for two of us. So
Yeah, I know. Well, don't worry. The bottle's overflowing here.
another small key to Pod, probably. Yep.
Almost had to be at this stage.
I think it did have to be at this stage.
We had to find a way to get.
Oh, there's one more skull small. No, Wally has all the skull smalls. There's a nice small still out there.
I mean, logically, we had to find something that got us the pieces to this puzzle. And Miss Flute there by Alaszun. Race nerves are starting to take over. You're an hour 57 in, and you probably just felt like you lost this race because of those bits. And do you want a fetch quest? Do you want a fetch quest?
Oh, shovel hype. Oh, man. What a good game. Just endless entertainment and jokes from this video game.
All right, what does the shovel lead to?
A map.
Absolutely useless.
you're burning that lamp, or you're burning that map for heat later on.
Here comes the climb for Wally.
Yep, he'll be just as disappointed as what we saw from Alaszun.
Alaszun checking the Meyer medallion, even though he has all 3 of them.
There's the anti-hype or anti-bonk rocks, or not, but Ice Rod Cave, whatever that cave is at this point.
Good
We're now
B
an hour
cave.
58 in.
Good B cave.
Yeah, it's been
That's
a
good point.
long time.
Wally might beat Aga too. He didn't check the back of Escape.
True.
Oh,
But
and here's Blindside.
also, it gets marked down that WallKicks has all 4 GT smalls.
Oh, Wally did do back of Escape?
10
Did he?
arrows. There's the small key to Meyer. There's the red that we're not looking for.
There's more
and
red.
there's more red that we're not looking for.
There it is!
There's the red we are looking for. 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 8 seconds. Alaszun is now in go mode and is on the way to forcing a game 3 in this
We're
best
gonna
of
have
3 series.
Game 3 hype. Nothing better in sports and esports than an elimination game. And we are almost certainly going to see one tomorrow.
Everyone, get yourselves all set and ready to go for that. That will be tomorrow night, 4 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock if you're over in Central European, 1 o'clock Pacific time, right here on Zelda Speed Runs. All right, before we get to the end of this seed, because we still got to go through Misery Mire, let's go ahead at the 2-hour mark. Be sure to give our big thanks once again to the crew on this match, the people running behind the scenes, Ike Gear and Tumble Tech. Thank you for clicking the buttons and reminding us of the things that these runners have done and haven't done in this broadcast. And a big, big thank you to Ricky of Kokiri for getting this match on the air here on Speed, or not that channel, Zelda Speedruns. Tyler?
Rick.
It's been fantastic calling this race with you.
Anytime. Literally anytime. Rick, you're one of the best in the business. It's absolute delight to do this with you. I was so happy when I saw that you signed up to join me.
Oh, Tumble Tech has taken over about 90 minutes ago, but still big thank you to Ricky for getting this match on the air and Tumble Tech for continuing to get this match on the air.
Ricky's a little under the weather, I think, so.
Yeah, best wishes to Ricky.
There's that pod big key for Wally and the mirror shields.
All that remains at this point is the kill of Vitreous. Silver arrows, no big problem here for Alaszun.
No,
You've got 30.
We played the whole video game. We've got everything now. Anything that we could possibly need for Viddy and Ganon, we've got it.
Big shoutouts to Dex Animal Hand for winning the bet on where the Canis Mario turned out to be. GG's from all of us here at Zelda Speedruns.
I'll go ahead and throw in 1,488 internet points, because that's how many rupees that Alaszun has. That's your prize.
1,488 internet points.
Yeah, redeemable wherever fine internets are sold.
Okay. Give me a second, please.
Yeah, take your time.
Hello, I have 1,488 internet points. Can I get a pizza with that?
No, but you can get an internet.
Domino's just hung up on me. Well, actually, they laughed at me and then they hung up on me. Anyway, that is crystal number 7 for Alaszun. Mirror out of here, flute to 3, go drop into Ganon, say hi.
and get yourselves hyped for a winner-takes-all Game 3 coming up here tomorrow.
Chat, if you've got any questions for Alaszun and WallKicks, get them in chat. And we will ask them, or we may ask them at least.
They may want to just flush this seed out of its memory bank at this stage, and I can't blame them one bit.
Alaszun is probably like, oh man, I have to do one more race. Ugh.
I think WallKicks is going to be more like, I got to do one more of this.
Yeah. Okay, chat's certainly asking questions, and I don't think I'm going to ask any of them. But keep trying.
I do think the first question's valid.
What you drinking? Yeah.
What you drinking after this thing?
Yeah. Like, how are you going to relax after this nonsense?
1, 2 silvers for Ganon there. Let's get him into the corner. 1, 2 more, and that's going to do it. Alaszun has forced to Game 3 in this best-of-3 series.
Get your GGs in chat for Alaszun. Alaszun finishing with a racetime.gg time, official time, 2 hours, 4 minutes, 32 seconds. GGs.
And we will get Alaszun in here to talk about it. You know, since Alaszun's a tournament admin, and I think WallKicks is a tournament admin too.
So is Wally, yeah.
I think they can close out the tournament themselves when tomorrow comes around.
That's probably true, yeah.
Here comes the midst for WallKicks. Seed pretty much comes down to when the battle kind of got put together. WallKicks just was a little later getting to Agate Tower. That's really what this was.
Not having the boots as quickly as Alaszun did probably hurt a little bit more, but
that certainly didn't help. I think that honestly, I think Alaszun was in control from the beginning. Alaszun's opening route worked out better than Wally, and Wally just couldn't find, I think, anything that that put him back on track. We are joined by our winner today and a person who has to play another race tomorrow. Alaszun, GG's.
GG's.
So I'm going to ask the question that chat was inquiring here. After 2 hours, 4 minutes, and some odd seconds, what you drinking?
To get this out of your mind.
Only 2 of my 3 Coke Zero cherries.
Oh,
and my wife brought me a warm cookie after it finished, which is very, very lovely.
Yes, it is.
What kind of cookie?
A very warm, very big chocolate chip cookie, and I'm very appreciative of it right now, as I am
obviously, yes.
destroying the sound quality.
Just how appreciative you are.
As I am destroying the sound quality.
It's okay. We just destroyed the sound quality for the last 124 minutes.
So GG's, Alaszun. How you feeling, bud?
I'm happy with how I played. I'm like really like it's hard to feel good when you last location. But I don't think it was an ununderstandable last location, and I feel like the rest of the seed went really well for me in general.
I think so too. I think your opening route, I think, worked out a little bit better than Wally's. You made your way up and to those North Light World checks, and that worked out for you very well. I don't even remember what you got up there, but Wally was much later to it.
Glove.
Probably the glove. It was the glove.
glove.
Yeah, and that just started your efficiency journey on a way stronger footing than Wally had.
That makes a lot of sense. I remember like saying when I got there, I'm like, oh, Wally, please have followed a connector instead.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually thought there was a decent chance of it, specifically because in the first game, it actually kind of swung on Wally more aggressively following a connector in CAC than I did.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of figured there was a decent chance that he was also going to...
That he was going to do the same thing.
Do the same thing. And so when I got the glove, I'm like, okay, that's low-key pretty bad.
Yeah. All right. And
then
just
obviously,
just getting his cane here and is now in go mode at 208.
I was really hitting the despair button when I was getting to the back of that thing. I'm like, oh god, it's not actually going to be Blind's Hut, is it?
Yeah, well, it sure was.
It's going to be I was holding to logic. I'm like, okay, you know what? There's not enough pod keys. Like, I'm not going to go through that. I did go for desert, even though it was out of logic, but
that's quick enough, yeah.
Yeah, like that was quick enough. It was right next to the GT climb. That I'm like, okay, this is probably the thing. But yeah, that was.
We did a prediction in chat at like the 1.5 hour mark, or maybe even a little bit earlier. Are we going to find the mitts? And that was really the question. It's like, which is going to come up first, the cane or the mitts?
I was sitting there. I'm like, okay, both the cane and the mitts lock a lot. This could really be either. There's no way that. But I'm like, you know what? This is probably just gonna be the mitts. Like it. Sorry, go ahead, Rick.
I was just gonna say, it's just crazy the fact that similar to the pickup race that happened at 1 o'clock of this mode, the mitts were in the same location.
Something
in the
PRNG,
Agate Tower. PRNG.
That's exactly what we said. Yes, PRNG. You were also significantly earlier to the boots.
I believe that.
Yeah, Wally did not have the Skullwoods Big E when he was in Skullwoods for the first time.
You were significantly faster to all the mobility items. Like, you also got the mirror first.
That didn't surprise me. I think the play I made was very, very aggressive to start south there. Yeah, I expected to be later to the flute than Wally was, because I was very, very... Like, I was late to North Dark World and early to South Dark World, and I just got pulled away from North Dark World for a really, really long time, and I was kind of trying to hunt that bumper cave connector, and I guess I did ultimately find a bumper cave connector.
Not the one...
Just not the one I was expecting.
No,
that Hookshot Cave Paradox Cave placement sucked.
That was so brutal. Yeah,
I was gonna say, what happened with the Paradox thing? Did you just forgot? Oh, I came through a portal in the Death Mountain, and you were expecting to find it there when you came out of Hookshot?
Nope, fully intentional. I doubled back to do Spike Cave because I was in a decent position to do it.
Ah, okay.
Like I hoped it was at least clear that I just like no hesitation jumped down the ledge and run, like, because it was one of those things where like. I thought about it, I'm like, okay, this is a mistake thing, and I'm like, you know what, just don't have this be an important connector, let me just double back in here, and then the game's like, bitch, you wish. And I was missing so many important entrances at that point, like, I checked the left side to see, is there another way to get, no, alright, you know what, I just need to check these things.
Yeah, and also, like, if you went up to the bridge, and if the bridge had been nothing, you know, then, you know, maybe you double back at that point. But you had pod there to do, and there was plenty of other things to do. So your route worked out for sure.
Yeah, I don't think there was any scenario where I actually would have doubled back.
Yeah,
going there, like, it was too much to get there. I think. But it was one of those things, like, I feel really bad. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna see if I can hunt a second entrance into Paradox, and then finally I'm like, you know what, alright, I left Dig Game, and that's also why I was okay leaving Dig Game, knowing like, hey, I have a pretty strong pull back to this area. I'm not super worried about it.
And one of the other things that wound up happening is WallKicks, unfortunately, 2 puffs down, took a death to Cold Stare.
Okay. Did he actually? He never went back. That makes sense.
He never went back.
Nope.
No.
It was one of those things, like, I said, like, okay, after I found Harem, I'm keen for go mode. I have a lot of pretty dense locations that I'm just gonna mark off, and it was absolutely none of them. And sometimes the game's just like that, but like, it's also one of those things where it feels like, you know what, most of the time, Wally's gonna do the same thing. And so, like, I can feel bad about the climb, for instance, but I don't feel too bad about the climb.
No. I think that was a smart play at the time.
Yeah, because obviously Helmsar room's only... The mini Helmsar room's only...
Yeah.
2 key locked, yeah.
Well, so. It's not even the key locked.
It's 0 key locked. It's 2 key
locked.
It's 2 key locked in non-entrance. Which is some questionable logic. Yeah. I will be honest.
That's why I'm not in brackets. So.
Let's get. By the way, let's get our GGs in for WallKicks as he destroys Ganon.
GGs to Wally, finishing up the seed. He's gonna finish with an official race time .gg time of 2 hours 13 minutes and 39 seconds. Wally is also going to decline the interview. That is totally okay. We will see him tomorrow for Game 3.
Yeah, get your wishes in chat for WallKicks and Game 3 tomorrow night. What are you looking forward to tomorrow, Alaszun?
Not miss fluting 17 times in the same scene. I don't know what was up with me. I just couldn't find the right button.
Hitting buttons is hard.
Hitting the control D-pad buttons is just so difficult at times.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was just like, wait a minute, did I only hit up once? Yeah, I'm at 8. All right, let's go to 7. Wait, did I hear the extra? Yep, I'm at 4. Let's go to 3. I was just sitting there during the death animation again. I'm like, Wally's gonna finish, and I'm just gonna find a cliff and throw myself off of it after it. And the good news is, I think in this mode, it's pretty rare that things like that are actually the differential.
No, yeah.
And I think someone was really surprised at one point when I said I tend to calm down when I get to Ganon and my opponent hasn't finished. In most, that's just because usually it's people take divergent paths, and so the item that trips you up is different. And there was enough landmines in this seed, I could see a world where Meyerбig is his go mode, and he doesn't get back there for a really, really long time. I could see a version where he's super late to the Fire Rod, and potentially just has Finding Misery Mire for his go mode. But even if that's your go mode, you're pretty late to that, and you have to do a lot of other stuff too. But yeah, I got nothing. I'm still enjoying this mode, which is rare when you're as deep into the tournament as I am. I think I've done a pretty good job of managing the sort of burnout levels that you tend to get. I'm gonna have a very nice night tonight and just kind of sit back and chill, and I'll hopefully be ready to play tomorrow.
Yeah, good luck to you tomorrow. Good luck to Wally as well. Rick, you said it before, an absolute delight to work with you, as always.
Absolutely, and once again, big thank you to Tech and also IQ for clicking the buttons behind the scene. And yeah, with that, coming back here tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, or 10 o'clock over in Central European, when we finally draw out the curtain on the 2023 Crosskeys Tournament.
And thanks to Ikir and Talk for tracking. We appreciate it. We appreciate you.
Thank you to you guys. That's the calming, doing all the talking. It's great. Thank you to Alaszun and Wally for running. We need you guys to run in order to have the thing. And thank you to Ikir for helping me track. And thank you to everyone who came out to watch, because that's so important. We need people to come out to watch, or these things don't really go anywhere.
Yes, thank you, chat. You're the best.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the 178 of you that are hanging out here, and we're going to go over and raid ZeldaSpeedRuns 3, which is doing the Ocarina of Time weekly. Here it's a Keezy and a free Scarecrow seed, so it ought to be a quick one, but they're just getting started, so we'll do that. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern, which is roughly 21 hours and 42 minutes from now, is the next one.
The final one.
For Ocarina of Time, Keezy means quick, I think, personally. But either way, alright, I'm going to send you guys over.
Thank you all.